But he said, who are they? And he said, conocí a la actriz esa que Phoebe Burnham. Phoebe Burnham. Salía mucho con los muchachos, decía.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to ACB Biz Showcase on a beautiful Monday. Looking out, it's a little hot.
It is hot, way too hot.
I'm here with our famous co-host, Sonia Montenegro.
Happy Monday, everyone.
And with the CEO, Angel Martinez.
Woo!
You know, Sonia, it's exciting because it's so hot that we find ways to hide in air-conditioned places, you know?
Yes.
So
we have to. We can't be out there. Yes.
we like, Joy and I like to go walking. We used to walk outside. Now we go to the shopping malls. The problem is we gotta not look at items, right? You just walk. Don't start shopping. And it's kind of nice. We're seeing a lot of people we know with the shopping mall.
Really?
Yeah, they're exercising, walking, and so it's kind of fun. You know, you go back and things, and you pass by the theater. It smells like popcorn. Mm-hmm. And we tried a new place. It's called Eatery. Gloria?
Sorry?
Eatery?
Italy. Italy.
Italy?
Italy.
Italy?
Like Italy.
Okay. It starts with an E, E-A-T,
It's
Italy.
eat, like E-A-T.
Eat,
I-L-E. I-L-Y.
And it's at North Park.
Yeah.
Is that where we were?
Look at we've been to so many malls, actually.
I forget which one it is, but it's healthy eating. Even the pizza is healthy, and we had a pizza and a shared salad, and it was really good. Of course, a lot of people there because it's hot outside. But even though it's hot, we still got to continue making money, right?
We have to. We have no option, especially now with the inflation and everything, going on. It's like, oh my goodness.
I know.
But but I still, like, you're right. I still see a lot of people doing their shopping. This weekend, my daughter's like, when are we gonna do back to school shopping? And this weekend, I've been working almost every Saturday, and this weekend I said, okay, let's go do some shopping. And it was actually impressive to see. I was impressed to see all the people doing their, I don't know, back to school shopping, or honestly, I don't know if that's how you see the weekend. I mean, the lines in the store every weekend. But one of the stores was TJ Maxx. It was I mean, the line was literally all the way to the back of the store, and it was like at 11:30 a.m. I'm like, wow, what are these people doing here. You know what?
No.
They should
Yes.
have tax-free weekend pretty soon.
Yeah,
That's
tax free.
Imagine if that's how it was this weekend. Can you imagine how it's gonna be a tax-free weekend?
And yeah, I would wait for the tax free.
Totally. Do you know when that will be?
No, they don't.
It's sometime
usually
in
the first part of
August.
August, maybe next week or more.
Well, it's probably within the next 2 weeks. But it'll be tax free on school supplies and certain things, but not on beer. So
Friday,
if you
not
want
on beer.
It's
Friday.
not tax exempt.
Friday, August 11th through the 13th.
That's actually after. Well, in my kids, they start school on the 9th, so that's actually before after school starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
all
Back
the
to school
school
tax
come together.
holidays from
Right.
Friday 11th to the 13th.
So you're gonna, hello school, you gotta change because tax free
It's
is.
not until I can't do my shopping now until next week because you guys have to move that.
Can you coordinate it with the tax free things? You know, it's kind of neat to say, okay, like they're gonna listen to us, right? But
Yes.
but it's kind of interesting. But you've had a busy week. Tell
I
me about it.
did. We have a lot of activities going on with the team, and we're just going to a lot of different events. My favorite was Saturday. We had the opportunity to be at the General Consul of El Salvador, and very nice people, very, very nice people.
They're unbelievably
Yes, we felt home. They were just, very nice, and we were there for about 4 or 5 hours. We had great results, and we are looking forward to go back in 2 weeks. So very excited, very excited to, be able to go there and share what we have with the community. Um, I'm so glad that there's leaders such as, Mr. Chinchilla that is willing to give his community the opportunity of education and providing a lot of tools because not only, I was there, but they also had other volunteers helping with the process of the what's it called
TPS.
TPS as well. Everything free of charge. So they are really going
How
above
much?
and beyond. Free.
Oh, the magic
The
word.
magic word. So they're really working hard and helping the community, impacting the community. So I'm just, makes me happy to see leaders are, providing all these information tools and opportunities to the Latin community.
I know, and this is so important because they're in a new country. You got people trying to sell them things that may be not true or not true. But here, Consul Chinchilla is putting a thing of trustful people, so they know they're being taken care of. So did you had a good response?
I did. Yes, absolutely.
And I gotta tell you, Sonia is very smart. She opens doors that other people don't think about. It's like, okay, where are you gonna be? I'm with the consul's office. and that's what makes your team so exciting because they're not afraid to try new things.
You know what? That's actually what makes me happy. It's not just about opening a door for me, but just bringing the team along and just giving them the opportunity to see this. It's just great because you're not only learning, you're actually helping a lot of other people and building leaders, which it's something that we are passionate about. On what we do, is really building leaders. Helping those that are wanting to grow and just be strong leaders.
And how much do we get paid for all this?
This is all free. That's a beautiful. I think that's what makes me. It's what gives you the fulfilling of knowing that you're doing it and you're not gonna get paid, but it's just the feeling on what you're really doing for the community and for others.
It is folks. Yes, in return, it just gives you. It's just like the chamber. We're not going to get rich being on the chamber,
Mm-hmm.
but the connections can make you rich.
Yes.
And that's a lot of what we try to let you know. Don't be afraid to contribute because the outcome could be a lot of business. Because people do business with people they like and they trust. If you don't have those two, you're not going to get any business. So you might think you are, but you won't. But that's what we're doing here at this show. We're going to show you how to advance. Our show today is called Show Me the Money. Now, if you're in business and you don't know where your money's at, you got problems. Do you agree?
Totally. Totally. And I can guarantee you there's a lot of people out there struggling with that. I've actually, because of what I do, I meet a lot of business owners that are, struggling with that. So yes.
And the thing about it is that we learn from experience, from training, from partnerships. Success is not something that just happens. It's something that you plan to happen. So you want to have a business plan. I don't know how many people call the chamber and they say, I want to start a new company. I say, sure. Show me your business plan. They go, what? You don't have a business plan? So how do you know you're going to be successful? How do you know your market? Maybe your market is a market you don't need to be going into because you're going to lose money. And so we're like, you've got to learn in business. You've got to show the money. If you try to grow your business, you got to show the money. If you want to get a loan for your business, you got to show your money. It doesn't go away, folks. Now, here's what the Chamber of Commerce can do. We're going to put you with people that can help you. Now, we're not going to sell you anything. We're going to show you people you can trust and you're going to like, that they're going to help you. Now, we don't run your company. You don't have to take the advice, but we tell you you're on your own. How many people do you think start a business right now, Sonia, and don't have a business plan?
A lot. I can say probably the majority. It's going through that right now.
And let me tell you, doing a business plan is not that hard. You can make now. There's a business plan, and then there's a business plan for a loan. Two different ones. They're not the same. Okay? So if you're doing a business plan, it's just for you to run your company and see where point you're going to be making your money, how you're going to make your money. Are you doing something that returns money? Is your profit margin what? 10%, 25, 35%? If you cannot identify that, your business is not going to make it. And if you borrowed money on that plan, you're going to be in debt. So we don't want you to do that. We want you to do something that's going to make you. Now, the first thing I tell you when you start a company is get a small loan for your company. Why? Because you got to establish credit. You got to show bankers, you got to show everybody you're real. You got to be registered with the state of Texas. In Texas, your business has to be registered to do business in Texas. We don't make the laws, we just educate you. Now, every one of my companies and people that I know, they're all registered with the state of Texas doing business. Now, it's not that hard. And guess how much it costs you to register with the state of Texas? Free.
What else?
I
Everything.
mean, why not? Why don't you run your business like a business? Okay. So we help you look long term. LLC, Inc. Inc., in my opinion, and I'm not a CPA, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just experienced, and Inc. is a better deal, and it's the same price. So LLC was good when you were paying franchise taxes because LLCs did not pay franchise tax. But now they all pay. So go for Inc. So all these little things like that are very important. Now Sonia, I really like what she does because she helps you with your personal. And let me tell you, I wish Sonia had been around when I started my business because there was nobody I could go to. I had to learn the hard way. Oops, don't do that again.
I think it happens to a lot of people. Trust me. I wish I knew what I know now when I started to
Exactly.
or I wish I knew someone that could guide me or help me. But I think it's just part of we just have to go through that and learn from your mistakes. It's like they say, you never lose, you always learn. So that's just the way.
But today you don't have to.
No, no, not today. With everything that I've learned, I've been able to do a lot of changes, not only in my business but also personally, and also help others out there. A lot of people. It's just incredible. It feels great to help others.
It does. Just this past week, we've started some new companies. Uh, the first thing we do is we ask them for a business plan, and their eyes go like, "What? What's that? I don't know how to do a business plan." So we give you a lot of paperwork, but here's the good thing: we've got members that will do it for you. Of course, it's not free because it takes up a lot of their time, and we're going to be involved in that a lot in all our planning. So we're going to help you business-wise, personally wise, all the way, all the way. In other words, we're going to cover the people. If you fail, look in the mirror because we're going to show you how. Now, when I say the word score, what does that come to your mind, Sonia?
Well, now that I know, just
I'm not talking about touchdown.
just a lot of a huge opportunity for any business owner.
It is. I mean, you don't have to do what they tell you, but it's good to learn because they can open your eyes to things like, ooh, I didn't know that. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know that. So, show me the money means you have to know where your money's coming from. Because if you don't, you're going to crash. Eventually, your debt will override your income. Personally, what's the number one advice you tell people personally?
Well, having a budget and then doing a personal financial strategy with, it's the same thing we do with businesses, just to keep track where the money is going, and same thing, where, how much money is coming in and how much money is going out, because it's same thing. Most people nowadays are spending more money than what they're actually bringing in, and that's where that's why we end up in so much debt.
And it's true because just have you noticed that food prices at restaurants are going up?
Yes, yes. Of course, I've noticed. Before we used to, go out to eat, and it was like maybe $60 for four of us. Not anymore. Not anymore.
You're lucky if you get $60 now. You're like, oh.
No, it can be $60 for two people nowadays. I mean, you guys go. I'm pretty sure you go out.
I have a question for Sonia. When you're teaching people in the personal side of the finances, do you guide them? How do you guide them to keep track of their expenses? Do you guide them to a certain type of software, a spreadsheet? How do you do it?
We actually have both. We have a calculator where we show them how to get out of them, but we also have a spreadsheet where we can provide to them. We actually sit with them and we kind of help them also brainstorm a little bit. Sometimes you don't know, and it's when you bring people to reality. I'm like, oh my God.
You're going either this way or you're going this way.
And
right?
most of the time is this way.
Yeah.
So we sit with them and we do have a spreadsheet where we go.
I was just wondering because not everybody will have access to a computer or want to be on a computer.
Oh no, we actually have hard copies.
So it's a
We
paper
have
and
both.
pencil, paper
Yes.
and pen.
Yeah, we have both. We have the digital where we can fill out everything in the laptop or iPad, but we also have hard copies that I always carry with me. I actually like more the hard copies because you sit with someone and when you're writing down, they're actually seeing, and it kind of helps them also think more through their situation, and kind of so we have both.
And the reason America's Chamber is going to be so important, not only business but personally, is that let me tell you, things have changed. And if you haven't realized that, if you haven't put it in your personal plan or your business plan, you're going to be in for a surprise. Big companies are laying off. They can't find workers. The workers are here. They just don't know how to connect it. So those are some of the things that are happening. You realize companies, even associated with McDonald's, are hiring 10, 12-year-olds, not McDonald's, but the companies that they subcontract, because they can't find it. Now, how many people at the council's office did you see?
A lot of people actually didn't know they had two spaces. So walking there, I'm like, okay, but then they actually took us to another. Yes, there was another. Yeah, so I didn't know they actually serving a lot of people.
So we're telling you, if you come through the general counsel's office, contact us. We're going to put together a job market for you. That between all of us members, we're going to know who needs workers. We're not going to charge you. It's going to be basically a community service to help you. Because one, companies are really hurting. They're kind of confused right now because the state of Texas is fighting diversity. So big companies don't know which way to go. Do we expand on diversity and then we get in trouble, or do we not? And so right now it's very challenging. The good thing for our chamber, we don't care what color skin you are, who you are, we're going to help you. So if you're here, we're going to help you.
I have another question for Sonia. What age do you think you should start teaching kids how to control their money?
As early as possible. I have an 8-year-old, and I'm already talking to him.
8-year-old?
My daughter, she has a cash app and the debit card. So every week I transfer her money because she has me, take care of my son sometimes. So I start, transferring. But honestly, I think that as soon as they know, they get a hold of money, you need to start teaching them how money works.
Yeah, because sometimes when they get a job and they start driving, they forget that the car's going to need gas, that they're going to need money to maybe eat, because mom and dad aren't going to be giving you money all the time because you're now working. So that's our kids. That's what I try to tell them. You save a little bit of it, but you also have to get responsible and pay something, even if it wasn't necessary, because we could afford it, but just to teach them.
Exactly, and I think that's very, very important. It's not about that you can provide, for them anymore. It's actually teaching them. To me, I'm very grateful, and I think I am who I am because I started at a very young age. I was babysitting when I was 13. I was already getting my money when I was 13. And it wasn't because my parents, well, of course they were working hard and everything. But that's how I became. I started at a young age, and I'm glad I did. First car at 16 with my own money. First house at 19. So yeah, I think that really helped me, and I want to be able to help my kids too. And sometimes when you give everything, they don't appreciate, and they don't know really how. The other day, my daughter, I transfer money every Friday, and if I don't, she's like, "Mommy, don't forget to transfer it. Don't forget to transfer it." And the other day we went shopping, and I'm like, "Okay, you're gonna pay for all your stuff." And she just looked at me like, "Are you really gonna make me pay for my stuff?" I say, "Yes."
I gotta spend my money.
Yes.
I gotta spend my money.
Exactly. So her face expression was like, "How?" Like, why do I have to spend my money? But now she's, the mentality, it changes because she's like, oh man, I can't believe I'm spending half of my paycheck at Dollar Tree. Because she had, so, because of course I don't pay her, like, I only give her $40 each week.
$40.
Yes.
I need to talk to you.
But it's not only that, it teaches them to be responsible.
Exactly. So, if she gets excited because her money is growing, but then she has to spend her money because I'm no longer paying for it. So, of course, she felt different. And I mean, her face expression was just priceless. She was like, what? Like, you really? So,
Yeah.
I think that really teach her a lesson, and now she sees things differently.
They learn quick, because my oldest daughter, she would put gas in the car, and then her friends will ask her, well, can you take me here? Can you take me there? And she said, okay, I'll take you for gas money. And she started asking them for gas money because she knew she was going to have to fill up the tank again. And if she didn't have money, she couldn't do it. So,
Yes, yes. That's the way. Those things are things that you can't teach. You have to let them actually feel it, like live it, so they can learn. Like sometimes you can talk to them all the time and give them all this advice, but they actually have to go through it and maybe just end up with that gas and no money, so they can feel like, oh, I need to take care of my money.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I guess we told them well, because right now both of them, they want accountability from their money, even from their husbands.
Yep. And I don't remember when I was in college and I called my mom and I said, Mom, I want to do this course. And she goes, good. Tell the college to give you a job. And I go, what? Work? She made me go to work. That was so cool. Mom?
Yeah.
But I'm glad she did it.
Yes, yeah, and that's what I tell my daughter nowadays. I'm like, one day you're gonna take me for this, and I really feel like those little things that we do eventually. Right now, they think we're mean,
Yeah.
and we just
But
want
it's
to
for
give
their
them a
own good.
hard time.
For their own good.
But they don't understand that right now. But eventually, I know I'm so glad I went through everything I went through when I was a teenager, because I knew a lot. And
Just a way of learning. My 9-year-old granddaughter, gosh, she's gonna be 9 this month. I can't wait. She has certain things that she has to do at home for her to get. They don't give her much, maybe $8, $10, but she knows that she doesn't do it, she doesn't get it. So it's just a matter of.
Well, it goes back again to financial show me the money. I mean, kids have to learn. It costs a lot of money. Gas went up. When watching the gas prices go up,
oh yes,
I ordered iced tea. It was almost $4 for
Flavor water.
flavored water. I'm ordering water next time, and I'll squeeze lemon.
even water. I went to Wendy's. Is that the Wendy's?
Wendy's?
Was it Saturday? Because my daughter was hungry. She's like, hey, I want to go to another store, but we had food. We're doing meal prepping. And I'm like, okay, well, today we can go get go get your salad. And I asked for a large cup of water with ice. So they gave me a little tiny cup. And I said, no, I want a large cup of water with ice, just water. He said, well, that's going to be $1. I said,
what?
Okay, yeah. I said,
For
okay,
water?
for water. And that was new to me. Before, they will give you, I know I used to work at Taco Bueno, and water was free no matter what size it was.
They're charging you for the cup and the ice.
I think so. They're charging for the cup and the
2 small cups.
yeah. Well, that's we actually. I said, give me. We had 2 large 40 ounces. My daughter and I. So we got 2 little ones. I fill mine, and then I got the large one, and then she fill up hers.
But at the airport, you go buy a bottle of water like this, and it's $5.
Yes, Dickies Arena. We had a convention last weekend. You can bring food in.
Nothing.
Like I had a bottle of water, so I mean I had to throw that away. And it was a new bottle of water, and of course you're there all day. You're gonna have to eat and drink.
Yeah.
So $5. So just 3 waters, $15. With that you could easily go get 4
2 In-N-Out burgers.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
number 2 number ones.
And everything. Nachos, everything is really expensive.
And the drink. It includes the drink.
And the problem is that when you're in there, well, you have to pay the price. Yeah. You can't really do anything.
We went to Comerica for my grandson's jiu-jitsu tournament, and I got 3 waters, and it was $15.
It's but we can't change that. We have to adapt, which means you got to make
Make
more
more
money.
money.
That's, I mean, let's be
It's the
real.
only option, you
That's the
know.
only option. Either that or don't drink
And
nothing. You know?
right, and right now, everyone is enjoying what they're doing, just add an additional source of income. There's so many other options to do. That's something that I say.
Now you can contact her products. We'll get you a bottle that inside your shirt with a big straw. And I'm joking. I don't have that. But if somebody's smart, we can have our hidden drink. And would you like a ham sandwich? But Latinos,
Yes,
come up with
yes,
something.
I know.
Actually, everybody doesn't have to be Latino. It's
Yes,
called
I
survival.
know.
But no, things are getting more expensive. We're seeing.
Eggs went down though. Did you guys notice that? They used to be like $5. Now they're like $2.48. The 80-pack eggs.
Eggs? Yeah, eggs
Eggs,
went down.
yeah.
That's because they don't bring them. They started using U.S. eggs instead of imported. But you have to laugh about it because it's part of life. But now we're going to, it's Monday. We had a lot of fun this weekend. Maestro, how about a song that'll get us going? Something that'll make us get up and dance. And then we're going to talk about sports when we come back, including when we talk about business. Well, I like that song.
One of our favorites.
You know somebody from there, don't you, sir?
Of course, of course.
Sir Earl
Star, yes.
He's a doctor now.
He's a doctor now? Like for real?
He's got his doctorate. He's Dr. Sir Earl now.
Ah, nice.
And I was joking. I said, well, sir, I got a Pennywise. He goes, I'm not that kind of a doctor.
Oh, there's Diamantina that says hello. Hello, Diamantina.
Hola, Diamantina. How are you? Happy
We're
Monday.
hungry.
We're
Happy
hungry.
Monday. We take some enchiladas and tacos, please.
Right now.
Oh, enchiladas. Actually, I have some enchiladas at home. My sister came from Mexico and she brought me enchiladas potosinas. She brought me
Me too.
Okay.
Hey everybody, we're back. How about that celebration?
Necesitamos que nos llamen, señor Tom, por favor, si usted tiene ese phone call in Spanish.
In Spanish.
In Espanol, sir, call us about your song. But no, we're back here with our co-host Sonia Montenegro.
Woo! Welcome
Captain
back, guys.
Americas. We're right here with a big H. Big H. Mr.
You're
H.
wearing the wrong shirt today, Mr. Hurd. That's Under Armour.
I thought it was an H. They told me it was an H.
Oh, it could be that's an H.
I'm
It does
gonna
look
call
like an H.
it's an H, okay? It's my own shirt.
Okay,
my
it's
own
an
brand
H.
of shirt.
Okay.
So we're here in beautiful Arlington, Texas at 100 and some degree weather. But it's okay, we're inside.
Yes.
But we can still watch the stadium, and I guess they're building something. There's a crane.
Hotel.
They're building something there. Whatever it is, it's going to be good. But good old Arlington, Texas. But, you know, we're going to talk about show me the money. Okay. Sonia, for a small business, a startup, can they go to a bank?
Yes.
Will they loan the money?
No, they don't have, I'm like, what do you mean go to the bank? I mean, they can go open an account, it's a DBA, but yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna happen. Not that I know. I know you have to have an established history and all that.
And Sonia tells you like it is. You can go to the bank, but just don't ask them for money, right? Because it's not gonna happen. And you were a banker.
Yes.
With a little bank. What was the name of it?
We actually, with Bank of America, that's when I was at the banking center.
The little bank.
The little bank. Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase, yes.
However, you gotta get your business going for at least 1 year. Start your business. Have it going for 1 year. Why? Because if you keep up with the laws and what's going on with Congress and everything, the federal government is going to be building up small businesses. Now, we're talking businesses that have at least 1 year. So if you start building it now, even if you're not ready, get a small startup loan. It can be $100, it can be $500. You want something you can pay back. You want to pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's going to increase your chances of good. And we have a member, his name is Hector Marin, and he's going to be working with our chamber, and he's going to help you get that startup loan, because if you don't have credit, the day you want to go to a bank, guess what happens?
You're not gonna be approved for the loan.
However, if you're at least 1 year old, based on knowing where the government's spending money, you can qualify for an SBA backed loan. In other words, the federal government is going to back your loan. So guess what that means? The banks are going to love you. Your interest rate is going to go down, and you're going to get the money. So now, where's the SBA going? I'm going to make it simple. Exporting, not importing, exporting. Women-owned businesses, veterans, and that's going to be the big thing. And exporting. So you look at the things and say, what do I need to do? Well, all you need to do, the biggest one thing is in business, they're also going to look at who you're with. Join America's Chamber, because you're going to get credibility that you are a business that understands being part of the Chamber of Commerce. It's important when you go there and you let them know that you're connected with a business organization. It actually increases your chances. We're going to give you the right connections. You can go through the internet, but guess what happens? You can get lost. We're going to connect you with people straight through. It's not what you know, it's who you know with the government. You've got to have the right connection. So we're going to be doing training for 8A. 8A is for women-owned businesses. 70% of the money given out by the SBA went to women-owned businesses. So guys, pay attention. Start 2 companies. One is yours and one is your wife or your girlfriend. Why? Because the government's going to be giving them money. So you have to be at least 1 year. So start now. With the SBA, you do have to be an American citizen. So if your child was born here and they're 18 or over, put them on a company. The Defense Department, the SBA, now has a voting slot on the council that governs all military government contracts for the military. They're going to increase the amount of contracts that small businesses get. Now, instead of getting a small contract, you can get a big contract. But you need to start now. You need to find your resources. You got to find out training. This is where we can put you with the right courses to get you going. Now, why not? Why not is because you can get money from the government. We're going to show you how. We have SCORE. We have SBA. We have the state of Texas. Right now with the STEP, STEP, and you want to go to exporting, you have to be 1 year old. You can get up to $10,000 just to see if you're going to be interested. Everybody wants exporting. The biggest hot item. Hot export, export, export. So build your business models where the money's at. If you can't go to the bank, let's go to the government. If you're going to go to the government, you got to know how to engage with the government. If you're a woman, join the chamber. We're going to put you on the step to 8A. We're going to walk you through. We're going to make sure that they know, because the biggest thing with the government is numbers. If you're one person, if you're 10,000, oh, hello. So as a Chamber of Commerce, we're going to put you a lot of numbers. The government only knows how to work with chambers of commerce. I didn't make this up, I learned. So here we are. Join, be part of the group, show who you are in business, and we don't care what country you're from, what color you're from. We're going to help you, everybody. This is business. My favorite color is green. And so, but you also have to, as you're making money, you need to talk to Sonia about the personal.
Yes.
You got to know how to handle your money. Otherwise, it goes in and then it's going out, and you don't even know how to account for it. So we're going to have, Sonia's going to be very instrumental in building up your personal. We're going to be, as a chamber, working with the government. Big companies are laying off. Small companies are hiring. And that's why they want to put money in your pocket. The new legislative bill that just passed is turning more money than it ever has to small businesses. You just got to qualify under those. So we're going to put you there. We're going to help you. And on November 2nd, God willing, God bless, they're going to be right there for you in person to get you going. So get your businesses set up, get going. If you can put at least $600 for starting a business, we can show you how to start an incorporation with all your paperwork done, everything done. That way you'll be registered with the state of Texas. Everything you need is going to be correct. One thing the government likes, you know what they check? They check your website. not your social media, your website. So if you're a business, you better have a website. And the website has to be with the right address, with the right location, with the right market. So, you know, with the government, you're going to have to be upfront. So we're going to be working. Sonia's going to be there. Hector's going to be there. We got all the teams coming up. If you are seriously thinking about succeeding in the future of business, you better look around. It is changing. It's going to change. Latinos are now the largest community in Texas. Yoo-hoo!
Woohoo! So this is Italia.
Guys,
We get very excited with that.
all the research, universities, every business, Latinos are going to make the difference. If you don't have Latinos voters on your side, pretty soon you're not going to get elected. Now we got to get Latinos to vote, but
We gotta get Latinos everywhere. Let me tell you, I was a little disappointed last weekend when we went to the convention. It was a 4-day convention, and I don't know if I did I mention this last week. I don't know, but it was like probably over 10,000 people there from all over the United States and Canada, and there was only 16% Latinos. 16% Latinos.
16?
16, 1-6. And it was here in Texas. It was actually very disappointing. Last year it was 15%, so we increased by 1% from last year. But we do no, not enough. We need more Latinos. Yes, we need more Latinos. We need more Latinos taking action. I mean, like you say, now we're the largest community, but then because we are the largest community, then we have to go out there and make an impact and help each other and just grow together.
We have to do it. It's not a. If you want to be the largest community with no voice and no power, just keep doing what you're doing. If you want to make a difference, not only for yourself, but for your kids, for the future, for everybody, it's like the Gen Z, the youngest group right now. By the time they retire, if they don't have a personal plan, if they don't have life insurance and all that, they're going to be broke if they get sick. Hospital bills will eat up all your reserves. So
it's a problem we have with the Lion community. We were talking to a pastor at a church yesterday, and because we wanted to, go out there and share this with his church, and he's like, that's unfortunately it's a problem that we continue to see. People coming to our church and ask for help, but when we give them the opportunity to educate and learn more, it just be prepared because we know things happen. People don't, they just don't want to do it. But we need to change the way we think. We need to change the way we act. We need to change everything.
It's kind of like you and I, we learn, you got to do it yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you.
Exactly. You got to save yourself. Nobody's coming for you, and you shouldn't expect anybody to come for you. We have to take control of our lives and our future. We shouldn't be depending, your future doesn't depend on your employer, your government, or just anyone. It's all on us. Like it depends. It's up to us to decide what type of future, what kind of future we want to have. Where are we going?
Well, right now, looking at my company, we're at a growth rate of 35%.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, but
that's how your business should be.
This is where you need to be, knowing where you're headed. The other part that's important is the market changes. We're aware of it. We'll change with the market. So what we were selling 6 years ago, we're not selling it today. We're selling all new products. If we had stayed with the products from 6 years ago, our growth pattern would be going this way. You got to stay with the market, and the way you stay with the market is by learning. Listen to the show. We're here on RadioMetroplex.net. We're going to help you, but then you gotta help us. You gotta help us. You gotta join the chamber. You gotta join our team. You gotta support Radio Metroplex. Things are not free. You gotta help. You gotta get involved. But understand that a contribution of any kind, you might be helping somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So do it. It's essential right now. But elections are coming up next year. We know. I'm watching the news. You've got the Democrats, President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. Looks like they're going to run again as a team. And then you got the other side, which they call themselves the other side. You got Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, Tim Scott, Chris Christie, and now you're going to have to decide which is good for you. If this is better for you, vote for it. If this is better for you, vote for it. Here's the bad part. If the part is not good for you and you didn't vote, you're going to pay the consequences. So it's that important. So now we've got, in the state of Texas, we've got Colin Allred running for one area, District 32. Now we have a Latino that just joined, Roland Gutierrez. And actually,
awesome.
He's coming to the show.
Wow, great news.
He's going to come here. Now, here's the thing. Those are two good candidates. On the other side, you got Dr. Williams, Brian Williams. You got Julia Johnson. You got some real, and we've got some of them coming to the show. Now, we as a chamber cannot tell you who to vote for. We'll just present them and you make up your mind. But pick the people that you think are going to help you. And that's all we can tell you as far as a chamber comes. But it's going to be exciting. Just imagine Roland Gutierrez here. He was involved in Uvalde. He was real mad about the guns and all that down there. And he's real good friends with McConaughey. What's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew. And they're putting things together to help the families and the kids and gun control. And will you ever get rid of guns in Texas? I don't know. That's up to you all. You voters. You're going to decide whether.
This is the time. We gotta take, when the time comes to vote, this is the time where, we should really think of what is it that we want, what is the future we want for, for Texas.
Now the chamber's gonna have hopefully, with God's help and everything, we're gonna be doing November 2nd at the Plano Event Center. We're hoping, if you're in business and you're serious about business and you want to succeed, you're going to get a lot of information at that expo. Plan on being there. It's going to be a game changer if you're in business. We're going to bring some people that we're trying to confirm right now that are going to help your business. Now, it's up to you. Nobody's going to tell you what to do with your business. We're just going to show you, and then you decide. But I hope you decide the right way, because we like to see you grow. And but it's going to be a good thing. We've got some money coming in from the government. If you're a small business, it's in the works. It's not out yet, so I will tell you when it comes out. Join the chamber, and we're going to be pumping you with every information on where show me the money, because that's what business is all about. Okay, so would you agree, Sonia?
Absolutely. I think that it doesn't matter how big your business is. If you have a business, it is the time to come connect with other business owners, other like-minded individuals, and just the connections. I feel like you said, it's really, what you know is who you know.
Right.
And I always like to share my experience. Just being part of the American Chambers for Business has given me a lot of business opportunity. I made great connections, and I've been, growing my business with, with the connections that I have. So it's incredible.
And one thing is like being like Sonia, she will, she's not afraid to take a step outside of the norm. I don't know anybody that has put together a presentation to a general council like Sonia. And it wasn't like she read a book in the library and said, "This is how you do it." You just did it.
And we have to do it. When you see the opportunity, you can, you just gotta go. And I think what's important is when when you're passionate about what you're doing, and when you are, when you believe in what you're doing, because that alone gives you so much,
Radio Metroplex. Morning.
that
We may have a phone call. One second.
We are live in the show on Radio Metroplex.
That's a little call.
Yes.
There,
Yeah, I'm Angel. How are you?
Angel, I guess is there a Gloria there?
Yes. Shelter.
This is Sir Elton.
Woo!
it's manifestation. It was manifesting.
We
This
were,
is a good day for celebration.
you really got us on that one. Gloria's going, Gloria's going like, what? Are you doing Dr. Sir Earl too?
I'm thinking if I call Angel name too, he'll say, wait a minute. And I knew I asked for Gloria. I was, oh my God. And you know what? To tell you the truth, I was laughing so much, and you guys didn't know. I was going to ask also for Sonia. And I couldn't even get there because I was going to bust out laughing. Is Sonia there?
Yeah, she's right here.
Yes, we're both
So
here.
Sonia, I said hello too. I was about to laugh. I couldn't get it out. How are you guys doing?
We're doing
We're
great.
wonderful. We're talking about today's show is about show me the money. How to,
Yes. Show me the money. And with that being said, I just wanted to tell you guys that you're doing something fabulous for so many different communities. You're talking about the diversity that you're doing, and not just diversity. What is it, Herb? We have inclusion, right?
inclusion. You can't have diversity without inclusion.
Absolutely. And I just thank you guys for taking the high road and marching really for more than people know what you're doing there for the community, and that is for all communities. And it's hard to do because none of us think alike, and we have different opinions, and some of us want to do things differently in different ways. But if even we come to a fork in the road, and even if our beliefs are different, if we can truly give each other respect and kindness, and knowing that because we may have a difference doesn't mean that we're enemies, that we can come together like iron sharpens iron, man sharpens man, and do some wonderful things out here. So all what you guys are doing, Angel, you, Sonia, Captain America, Herb, Gloria, all of you, even and I was going to David, I was going to call him the pastor,
The
and
pastor.
everyone, I'm just so happy to be directly and indirectly a part of it. And I just want you guys to know, however I can help to fan the flame to let others know of their existence and what we're standing for. I'm there. And please, don't forget on some of these things, let them know about Give a Kid a Coat too. If they go to giveakidacoat.org, and they help me to get these coats for the kids to give them out to the communities, and for us to talk about where we can have people to come to pick up coats. But the winter, I heard, is going to be harsh. It's going to be. You thought that the summer is crazy. The winter is going to be absolutely just almost hearing that, and I hope it's not, but they say that it's going to be counter like the summer. So with that being said, we have to take care of our children, you know, and let David know I said hello to keep us in prayer, and everyone that's on the board, all the board members, and so however that I can help and that I'm needed, I'll do the best that I can.
Yeah, and you know what? We have the greatest people right here, and we're listening. And Sonia, we're gonna help you get some coach.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Count on us.
You're gonna get a superb team, and let me tell you, uh, when I tell Sonia something, an idea, she runs with it, and I'm like, oh my god! So you just told her about give a kid a coach.
Listen, tell her to get in contact with me and you and Gloria with all of us because the thing that has to be done is right away. I sent you something because believe me, the summer now, this is the last day of Christmas in July. Okay? And yes, and what's happening is that there are a lot of coats now that they want new coats coming for the kids, but a lot of them are selling less than what they were before. But I need to get things in bulk, you know, because the more money you have, the less you can get the coats for. And I'm giving these kids not no $10 coats, you know, 20. I mean, because kids can be cruel at times. I'm giving them coats that their classmates would want to know where did you get it from? Because they're quality all the way around. And I've always done that. We've always done that. You know this, Gloria. You know this. How we
Absolutely.
had events, but because of the pandemic, it has stopped us. But we're back now. We're 501c3, okay, tax deductible and all that. And they can get in contact with her and Gloria. We'll be able to and however that anybody, you, Sonia, anyone that's there that can help me help these kids. And I really feel, and I say that lovingly, respectfully, and professionally. Please don't hesitate.
We got the message, Cheryl, and Sonia and I are going to be talking about it. And Angel, the CEO, you're right. Uh, we don't know what's going to happen this summer, winter, but we got to be ready for it. So,
Yes, yes. I mean, and have those like Gabriel and those like I mean, for David, most of it needed prayers as well. I mean, however we need to do this. As a matter of fact, and let it be known too that others may not carry the nonprofit organization. However we can help them, we should as well, because this is a trying time for us. It really is for all of us, including myself. So I am just so grateful and thankful to know that I have those that I call my familiar, my family, that I can go to and count on. And you guys can most definitely count on.
so you got it, Cheryl.
Thank you. And also, don't forget those like Phil and those on the board. I mean, yeah, and the rest of them. I need that support. I can't call everybody's name, and you know, to go on. I thank them so much. I love them for what they do, what they're doing for so many. And again, however I can be a part of that. And I'm waiting for some news for you too about the wonderful event that will be
Oh my
here.
God, I hope so.
And that's in October, right?
It's November 2nd.
No, November. I'm sorry, November. Right, the November. I was thinking, yeah, before was September. Yeah, the November, right? November the 2nd. And I love to be a part of that too. That would be
You
that's
are.
good indirectly.
You are part of it.
Yeah.
Sonia's part of it. We're all part of it.
Yes, sir.
Angel's part of it. The CEO's involved.
When everyone let's pray for each other and have nothing but the best of God and know that we have so many people that are truly expert in what they do and have been truly blessed in what they do and brilliant in what they do. And there's no reason why we can be triumphant on it. So I just wanted to call and say to you guys, I love you and please keep me in your prayers of our wishes. When you need me, don't hesitate to call.
You got it,
Thank you, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, man.
I'll try. I'll try.
A lot.
Blessings,
Bye bye.
blessings, my friend. Thank you. And
Yes.
Well,
Right.
we're going to take a
no,
break
let's
and we'll begin back in Espanol. And,
we got to say hi to the
oh, yeah.
Eduardo Teixeira, aquí.
Marlene, happy Monday. Thanks for sharing. Eduardo, happy Monday.
Show me the money, enséñame el dinero.